Hey guys, happy Friday. I know it is a holiday for some of us, so I'm going to go a little bit more quick today. But if you're new here, I'm going to be going live and sharing some of the lessons that my business partner and I have learned. Collectively, we spent about $500 million in paid ad budgets. And so we're going to kind of walk through some of the lessons that we've learned, some of the things that you got to think about if you're going to be trying to spend 100 million or even 1 million or 100K on an ad campaign. So the lesson that I want to talk about today is treating anecdotal results like anecdotal results. This is a mistake I see people make all the time where they're like, oh, this worked one time. Let's do it everywhere. Right? I've made that mistake. I put some setting on a Google Ads account. It worked in one account. And so I'm like, okay, cool. I'm going to take it to all of the ad accounts. And trust me, I've gotten burned way more often than it's worked when you take one little win and try to apply it across everything, right? So if you have an anecdotal win, it could be just that, right? It could be some outlier. So what my recommendation is test it a little bit more, right? If it worked on one ad account, test it on maybe 10% more, right? Don't test it on everything. Don't apply it on everything. This goes to like, oh, this bid strategy worked, this audience worked, this creative worked. You've got to be more, you got to use some more process and method when you roll that stuff out, right? It goes into statistical confidence, which scientists would probably not like it, but I use a rule of thumb about 10x, right? So if you have if you have a $30 CPA goal on a campaign, or let's say you have a $30 CPA average, because I like using that average versus like a goal. Goals oftentimes are not that valuable to me because it's like sometimes these goals are just set arbitrarily, right? I can only optimize based off of reality. There's bounds of reality that we can optimize against. So let's say you have $30 CPA. I would usually vet an asset with $300 before I pull the plug on it, right? You got a strong ROAS at $30. One sale can make or break it at that point, right? Whenever you're in that range where one sale can swing things, I tend to take those numbers with a grain of salt. I actually tend to think they're not worth anything if there's this one sale variance that could throw things off. So use some I don't know, just scrutinize your results a little bit. Make sure that you've got some statistical confidence in it. I think it will vary for every promo, right? If you're doing a lead gen or sales for some high ticket, you'll maybe make decisions a little bit differently. But have some confidence that the data that you're looking at is valid and test things at scale before you start applying it to every single account. So happy Friday, happy holiday Friday. If you guys have any questions, drop some questions in the comments and whatnot. We'll respond to you. And then I will see you guys all after the holiday. Ciao, ciao.